Hello, guys, and welcome to the Moon Pulse podcast, highlighting the full moon in Aries taking place today, Friday, September 29th, and how it will affect each one of your zodiac signs. I am Marv, and welcome to the channel. If you're catching this by way of readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot, hello. If you are catching this on the Marvelous Enlightenment channel, hello to you. We are going to go ahead and get started. Everything that I mentioned right now will be timestamped below. Everything that I mentioned, period, in this podcast will be timestamped below. This is considered our intro, okay? Couple of things that I want to remind you of. If you are catching this, please approach this from a sun and rising perspective, okay? This video audio podcast is going to, of course, include the audio version, which you are listening to right now, and then we will break into our video version of this topic, okay? I also want to let you know everything, again, will be time-stamped and below in the description box for you and your collective. It will be shared on both platforms. That's the reason why I mentioned both of them, and you can always find it on my website, www.marvelousmadame.com. Click on the corresponding month. This will be, in this case, September 2023, and you will see not only how it's going to affect you, in addition to what I'm telling you today, there's a completely different article there on how it is going to affect you. I did switch that up about a couple of months ago. I didn't want it to be redundant. So when I give you new moon and full moons going forward, full moon, we are going to obviously set intentions. And new moon, we are going to reflect and release what no longer serves us. But on the website, it is a descriptive paragraph about, or lines or paragraphs about how it's going to affect you in another sense. So I didn't want to give you all of the same thing. And without further ado, we're going to conclude this intro and get into the podcast. It will be timed. Time stamped as usual. And that is it. Before we get into this, I just want to remind you, we did release our fall and our Halloween candles in the Marvelous Wax Co. shop, or the Marvelous page. So if you are on the website, please go ahead and check that out. There have been links anywhere. First time buyers will get a first time $5 off of your order, $5 off your order. If you have ordered from me already and your package is on the way, just a hint, you're going to get 20% off coupon in that package for your second order, and we will go from there. If you are a member, I am working on a member discount for you. I have to redo the memberships on the main channel, so just bear with me. But if you are a member and you want to reach out to me, please do so at readings@marvelousmadame.com. And you can email me for a specific code that I will create specifically for you. Depending on your member tier, you will get that off every single time you order. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the full moon in Aries. We conclude the intro and we start our podcast now. The leaves are changing colors and the sun's golden rays are slowly starting to fade. If you're not a fan of those long summer days, you're in luck, as the autumnal equinox, which took place on September 23rd at 2:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, not only marks the sun's debut in the Venus-ruled Libra, but is also an opportunity for inner growth. The mystery of this seasonal transition is often overlooked by the whimsical essence of Libra and the way its beauty reflects onto the aesthetics of our surroundings, not to mention the urge to splurge on charming fall decor. Often referred to as the season of harvest, it's no wonder justice is more than served during this astrological season. It's also no coincidence that the zodiac's archetype is depicted by the scales. Similarly, the equinox is a symbol of balance, which is why the fall equinox takes place when there is an equal amount of light and dark, day and night. When considering the spirituality behind the seasons, behind this season, it is important to reflect on what is lacking balance in your world. What parts of yourself are you ready to leave behind? Not that there's ever been a such thing as a coincidence or coincidences in astrology, but with the nodes of fate activating the Aries-Libra axis, there's no better time than now to step into your authenticity and take the lead in your life. For starters, be sure to check where these cardinal sign energies are in your birth chart. These are the areas of life where you're bound to experience a series of breakthroughs and life-altering changes now that the eclipse season is around the corner. But I digress. Amidst the sun's journey through the Venus-ruled Libra, bringing emphasis to everything from our one-on-one partnerships to our ability to seek compromise or lack thereof, this year's full moon in Aries will reach its peakness of fullness at 6 degrees of this cardinal fire sign today, September 29th at exactly 5:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you may remember, full moons illuminate what's previously been hidden from our conscious mind. This one occurs when the sun makes a direct opposition to the moon, which ironically enough represents a call for balance. Where the sun represents your ego and physical reality, the moon is symbolic of your inner world and emotional landscape. That being said, where was I? This is where the full moon helps us get clear on where there's been a possible disconnect, specifically when it comes to our emotional and physical reality. Mars-ruled Aries is aggressive, assertive, combative, and action-oriented. It not only represents the first spark of life as the first zodiac, but also our sense of autonomy and individuality. Now reflect on this energy and how you could be influencing and how it can be influencing your emotional states. How are you feeling at this time? One second, guys. What's driving you forward? What inspires you? Have you been entertaining the idea of starting something new? The irony of this full moon is that its planet of rulership, Mars, which is Aries' planetary ruler, is currently transiting through Libra, a zodiac sign that's outside of Mars' comfort zone. Think of it this way. If Libra wants peace and harmony, how can Mars truly express itself? Remember, Mars is the planet of desire and passion, while Libra prefers to contemplate and seek another's opinion via conversation as a way to reach compromise. All in all, despite feeling a surge of inspiration to take action towards something, Mars and Libra could be the reason why you're still skeptical about what the next steps should be. Also, while the red planets sitting alongside South Node and Libra, the karmic energies that we're being called to release at this time, we are simultaneously coming to terms with what no longer resonates with our spiritual journey on the planet. On that note, take advantage of this time to reflect on next steps and whether your actions are aligned with your true North Node. Is this person, relationship, and or situation worth your time or energy? This is especially true for those of you looking to resolve conflicts and or seek validations from energies that don't serve your highest good. Mars's opposition to the wounded healer, Chiron, could provoke feelings of vulnerability and resentment, but instead of succumbing to past triggers, this is a chance to rise above it. Venus will also square off with Uranus for a third and final time, adding a layer of disruption and unexpected surprise to relationship dynamics. But this could lead through a positive breakthrough, okay? For instance, Jupiter will also be sitting alongside changemaker Uranus, which will be supporting this unconventional change of plans. And that concludes our intro. We are going to move into the all signs. Please, guys, listen to this from a sun and rising perspective. And we start with Aries and Aries rising. Let your red hot passions be your guide, Aries. Luna is reaching its peak of fullness in your sign, so you're seeing something in your personal life come to fruition. whether emotionally or with regards to family and friends. This is a full circle moment that more likely revolves around your one-on-one partnerships, as your assertive planetary ruler Mars is not only charging your seventh house of compromise and relationships, but also sitting alongside the South Node. This is simultaneously guiding you to release, purge, and make peace with what no longer is worthy of your time and energy. Aries, your full moon reflection is as follows. How have you been compromising your authenticity and sense of self for the sake of keeping the peace within the relationship? We move on to Taurus and Taurus rising. Your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being take precedent under this lunation, Taurus. This is especially true when the full moon activating your 12th house of closure, surrender, introspection, and unconscious patterns are being highlighted. Given that the moon's ruler Mars is sitting together with the South Node of faith in Libra, which is your sixth house of mindfulness, due diligence, and acts of service, you could come to the realization that you're no longer interested in pursuing a specific work task, or perhaps feeling called to take a much needed breather and step back in your daily life or the workplace. The same goes for those of you investing in the majority of your time and energy to work on tasks as opposed to your tending to your well-being. Taurus, your full moon reflection is as follows. Are your day-to-day rituals in alignment with your higher self? When was the last time you meditated? We move on to Gemini and Gemini rising. Your heart wants what it wants, despite whether your desires come with the approval of others, Gemini. For instance, Luna will reach its peak of fullness in assertive Aries, lighting up your 11th house of associations, community affairs, future visions, and the sense of belonging in the world. The catch, however, stems from the moon's ruler Mars, as it's sitting alongside the South Node in Libra via your 5th house of passion projects, romantic encounters, and authentic self-expression. You can feel inspired to rebel against the status quo and yet suddenly remember that you're the main character, which means that you don't owe anyone an explanation. Gemini, your full moon reflection is as follows. Have you been neglecting your happiness as a way to appease a network of individuals? Is this love story and or passion project worth fighting for? We move on to Cancer and Cancer rising. To fight or keep the peace, that is the question you are asking yourself under this full moon Cancer. For instance, Luna will peak in Aries via your 10th house of authority, career and professional aspirations and reputation in the world, but there's more. The ruler of this full moon, go-getter Mars, will be sitting together with the South Node in Libra via your 4th house of home, family matters, and emotional foundations. Whether personally in terms of your career, you could be feeling the desire to take the lead and honor your sense of authority, but at the same token, recognize where there's an imbalance between your personal and external reality. Cancer, your full moon reflection is as follows. Does your professional occupation bring you the peace of mind that you seek? How has your parent versus child relationship evolved in the last 6 months? We move on to Leo and Leo rising. Focus on the bigger picture and try not to sweat the small things, Leo. This is especially true when the moon is reaching its peak of fullness in your sister sign, Aries, as it will charge up your expansive 9th house of wisdom, adventure, higher learning, and unknown territory. Keep in mind the moon's ruler Mars will be sitting together with the South Node in your 3rd house of communication, immediate exchanges, which simultaneously challenges you to release outdated narratives, perspectives, and or the need to be in good graces with those around you, despite not sharing similar beliefs. So Leo, your full moon reflection is as follows. What do your long-term goals look like? And how has your personal philosophy evolved over the past year? We move on to Virgo and Virgo rising. The way you assert yourself with regarding intimacy and commitment has been highlighted under this full moon, Virgo. Romantically or in terms of your shared resources, The full moon is charging up your 8th house of transactions, transformations, and karmic patterns, while Mars sits together with the South Node in your 2nd house of values and security. The dynamics surrounding a significant union and or commitment could come full circle at this time. But it's important to remain true to yourself or without the validation of others. Virgo, your full moon reflection is as follows. Does this energy exchange feel unique to you or authentic to you? And does it meet your perception of comfort and safety? We move on to Libra and Libra rising. The growth and freedom you seek requires a significant amount of change, Libra. This is especially significant to consider with the moon reaching its peak of fullness in Aries as it charges up your 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others. The irony of this, however, stems from the moon's ruler, Mars, as it sits with the South Node in your sign. This means that despite having the desire to take the lead in meeting someone halfway, your people-pleasing ways are finally reaching their expiration date. Libra, your full moon reflection is as follows. How can you remain true to your commitments without losing sight of your individual goals and desires? We move on to Scorpio and Scorpio rising. Where are you investing your time and energy, Scorpio? If you've been making sacrifices in your relationships, this lunation is encouraging you to go within and to choose yourself. For instance, Luna will reach its peak of fullness in autonomous Aries, bringing emphasis to your 6th house of health, daily rituals, and acts of service. Despite experiencing a full circle moment in your everyday life, Mars's conjunction to the South Node via your 12th house of closure, surrender, healing, and unconscious patterns simultaneously challenge you to make peace with taking matters into your own hands and simply being your most authentic self. Scorpio, your full moon reflection is as follows. Is your day-to-day routine in alignment with your sense of self? Are you sacrificing your individual freedom for the sake of a commitment? We move on to Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. Bask in your colorful self-expression, Sagittarius. The full moon in Aries will ignite your passionate 5th house of love, creativity, romance, and authenticity, bringing a creative project and or personal branding and initiative full circle. Keep in mind, Mars, the ruler of this lunation, will sit with the South Node in Libra, highlighting everything from your compromises to your social contributions and whether they're in alignment with your heart's desires. So Sagittarius, your full moon reflection is as follows. Are your networks and social circles supportive of your craft? Are you taking the lead or blending in with the crowd? We move on to Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Cultivate balance between your personal and professional life, Capricorn. The same goes for those of you pursuing a professional title and prioritizing your sense of authority at this time. If it doesn't revolve around career matters, this could be a prominent parent and or superior in your immediate environment. In any event, the full moon will charge up your emotionally driven 4th house of home, family, and innermost feelings, which could result in a full circle moment in your personal life or perhaps with regards to your living space. Also, with Mars sitting alongside the South Node in your 10th house of authority and reputation, you're being called to let go of what lacks balance, whether it be a professional goal or a mindset that no longer serves you. So Capricorn, your full moon reflection is as follows. Does the legacy and or public persona resemble your emotional foundation and your sense of security? We move on to Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Do your research before speaking about foreign topics, Aquarius. Despite your desire to take the lead and speak your truth, it's important to hold space for insight that you are about to receive under the light of this full moon. For instance, Luna will reach its peak of fullness in competitive Aries, bringing emphasis to your 3rd house of siblings, communication style, and immediate surroundings. The catch, however, stems from the moon's ruler, Mars, as it will sit with the South Node in Libra via your expansive ninth house of wisdom, higher learning, and unknown territory. The full moon reflection for you, Aquarius, is as follows. Are your statements credible? Have you been depending on other sources for information? And last but certainly not least, we move on to Pisces and Pisces rising. It's your turn to call the shots, and there's nothing to be afraid of, Pisces. This is especially true with the full moon in Aries touching down on your stability-seeking second house of comfort, money, and value systems, as you could be witnessing a financial investment come full circle, if not one of your unique talents being illuminated at this time. On another note, this is a reminder to own up to your self-worth. After all, with Mars conjunct the South Node in Libra via your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources, commitments and compromises that no longer serve your higher good are being brought to your attention. Where you might have felt comfortable depending on another once upon a time, you're taking your power back and leaning on yourself. Pisces, your full moon reflection is as follows. Do you feel confident in your individual autonomy? What relationship patterns are you releasing at this time? Beautiful. And this concludes the audio version of this podcast. Everybody can follow me in the next clip, and we will be doing the Power Wish. We will be going over the Power Wish, and then we will be doing a pull from the Marvelous Truth Oracle. And thank you so much. And I will see the rest of you guys at the end of the month of October. Actually, I'm lying. I will see you on, I believe, the middle of October when we do our first eclipse. I believe it's going to be a new moon eclipse. I believe, I can check right now. I don't want to believe. I want to tell you because it is on my website. It's going to be the... Where is, hold on, guys. That page will be up for you. I believe it is a new moon. Where's October? It is taking place, here we go, on the 14th of October. It's a new moon solar eclipse in Libra, and I already have some information on the website about it if you want to go ahead and read about it prior to us getting to the actual video. It is always available for you there, and thank you for allowing me to click and find that, and I'll see you in the next clip. Bye, guys. Hello guys, and welcome to the video version of the audio video podcast highlighting the full moon in Aries. Hello. We are going to start off with the Power Wish, but before we do that, I just want to go ahead and do a marvelous intro and say that everything that you need is below in the description box for you and your collective, as well as in the pinned comment. As usual, our Moon Pools podcast broadcast are time-stamped for your convenience. Please make sure that you are watching this from a rising and sun perspective anytime I am dealing with the astrology of the situation, and for everyone else. Anytime you can basically apply it to anything, sun, moon, rising, to Venus, except when I am reading any of the actual horoscopes. So when I am in the podcast version, it is mainly for the audio podcast version is mainly for the sun and rising. But when I am pulling any cards, it can apply to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So as usual, we release what no longer serves us with the energy of the full moon. This one is no exception. So I am not going to go into the Power Wish and all and the anchoring statements. Again, I'm going to be doing a separate reference video for you if you guys want to come back and watch that. For now, we're going to get into the energy of this particular moon and kind of go into some reasons why we do this. So this is the Power Wish again. The Power Wish, and this is by Kiko Marie Kondo, and you can find this book on Amazon if you do want to follow along. We've been doing this now for a better part of this entire year if you want to follow along. All right, so we're going to go into the Power Wishes for Pisces. Why am I in Pisces and this is Aries? I am so sorry. What is wrong with me today? This is Aries. Oops. We did Pisces already, right? There we go. Aries Power Wish, forgive me. We're carving out a new path with the new moon, and we're banishing fear and reluctance with the full moon, okay? When you want to drive somewhere, here we go. You start with the car, right? You insert a key or press a button. You turn on the engine, shift into gear, and step on the gas pedal. This is essentially the energy of Aries. Just start moving. Without a second thought, create a flow. Aries' role is to build something from the ground up and see what takes off. So when you want to launch a business, start a job, build a relationship with someone, or get a fresh start in a new field, be sure to take advantage of the Aries Power Wishes. An Aries new moon or full moon is helpful when you are at the end of a cycle and want to move on to a new stage. As you know, Aries is the first of the 12 of the zodiacs, the lead-off hitter. Since the purpose of the lead-off hitter is to get on base, the propelling force of Aries is second to none, and it's also fast. Any wish you make on a new moon or a full moon, Aries, unfolds more quickly than with any other sign. When you want a project or idea to come to life as soon as possible, the new moon and the full moon in Aries will lend you the great power. Aries also provides you with all of the elements you need to succeed, whether it's the courage to bring your thoughts into action without second guessing yourself, decisiveness, or a can-do attitude. And above all else, it gifts you a rock-solid conviction that you can carve out in your life with your own hands instead of waiting for it to happen. If you have something that you want to try but haven't been able to put it into action, write specifically about what you want to start doing. And the Aries Power Wish can be intensely effective when you're feeling down and want to light a fire under yourself. All right, so that is what the Power Wish will do. And then we're going to move into this new moon Power Wish. And we are going to start going through some of the things that you can write with this particular new moon. So the Aries new moon Power Wish, late March to late April. This is for new moon. In Aries, new moon. We're not doing this. What is wrong with me today? It must be this energy. We're doing full moon. Here we go. Gee. Sorry, guys. I am just like... The themes and keywords are the same for the new moon. Additionally, an Aries full moon will help you release impatience. Where's my wand? Here we go. Hastiness, impulsiveness, and hot-temperedness. Anger, frustration, and jealousy towards a competitor. Troubles or worries about the head, face, hair, or headaches. Okay. The top 2 power release examples that comes true with an Aries full moon. The new store I opened has been getting great reviews, and thankfully the sales are increasing every month. Everything is as I envisioned. Thank you so much. You know, with the full moons, as I've told you in the past 6 or 7 that we've covered with this book, we show gratitude for what did happen. It's almost like a reflection on that. I now have made it a habit to take action as soon as I have intuition. That's actually a very, very good thing, guys. I teach that to a couple of my clients. Take action on your intuition. Life has picked up its pace and I am totally in flow. Thank you so much. All right. Now we're going to break down several things that you can write in this full moon in Aries. For romantic relationships and partnerships, I met a beautiful woman at the gym. We started going out. I'm blown away at how fast things are moving. Thank you so much. All right. As far as it pertains to career and business, I kept my motivation up and became the top seller in my sales department and never felt so good. Thank you so much. As far as finances, Ever since I was featured in a lifestyle magazine, I've been getting more clients and my sales numbers have gone through the roof. It excites me to think about what's coming next. Thank you so much. As far as our habits are concerned, I'm getting used to taking the stairs in the subway. I love how more fit I feel. Thank you so much. Personality. I am no longer the coward who used to give up without trying. I enjoy challenging myself now. Thank you so much. Okay. And then we also have health and beauty. Since I've started doing mindfulness exercises in the morning, I've been getting fewer and fewer migraines, and now they've disappeared completely. I feel so blessed to be able to go through each day with comfort and ease. Thank you so much. And finally, miscellaneousness. Miscellaneousness. I say that all the time, guys. Miscellaneous. It's funny because my channel is called that, and now I can't pronounce the word without putting the ness on it. You read it. There you go. I'm not about to go through this. My longtime dream of watching Grand Sumo Tournament live has come true. I was blown away by the intensity of the matches and have found the traditional Japanese aesthetics and rituals fascinating. It was such an exciting day. Thank you so much. Miscellaneousness. See, I keep saying this. I can't say it. It is forever ingrained in my head. Miscellaneous. There we go. There we go. I stopped it because it was going to drive me nuts. That's that, guys. Clearly, I am completely a retard today. Roll with me. Okay, so this concludes the Power Wish. Thank you so much. We are going to go in with Marvelous Truth. And I am going to read these for you. If you want to, obviously set intentions, make sure, if you want to release what no longer serves you, please make sure that you are doing that. And if you, there we go. If you are doing that and making sure that you are showing gratitude to the universe, okay? All right, we're going to start off with the star of the show, which is Aries. Aries, you are being guided to release what no longer serves you and show gratitude with this full moon in your sign. And your marvelous truth is blessings. When we lose one blessing, another is most oftenly unexpected given in its place. And that is your reflection, okay? All right, we move on to Taurus and Taurus rising. Well, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, you have Sagittarius. The Sagittarius is playing a role in your life, but the message of the card is Temperance. The ruling planet is Jupiter. The element is fire. It is alchemy, balance, connecting with your guides, harmony, looking for divine intervention and moderation. There's something in your life that you need to take one day at a time. It is either a perspective or an action. This is the action full moon, as I just read for you. So let me know how this Sagittarius is playing a role. All right, we move on to Gemini and Gemini rising, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, openness. So Gemini, in this, your reflection is about openness. This means that this has not been something that you wanted to do for whatever your reason is. You're being guided to look at this from a different perspective and set fire. This moon is to set fire underneath your behind so you can be more open in your dealings with others and possibly with yourself. Okay, we move on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, Cancer, look, you came out in your own reading. Another Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising of Venus is playing a significant role in your life. The Chariot is here. Ruling planet is the moon. Element is water. A journey, ambition, confidence, drive, overcoming obstacles, and willpower. You are being asked to show up in your own reading. You are showing up in your own reading, asked to show up in your life to eliminate and move forward whatever these obstacles are and overcome the obstacles with the sheer will of the energy of your major arcana. I love this. So there's something very specific in this for you. Taurus also had a major arcana, and now you have a major arcana. So this is emphasizing for you guys. Okay, this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we do have the Devil. All right, you're the third zodiac sign with a major arcana. So, Leo, this is the Devil, the card of 15. Saturn is in your life. Element is Earth. Keywords: bondage, enslavement, fear, feeling trapped, materialism, temptation, and unhealthy relationships. So, this is what's at the highlight right now. So this moon should have brought emphasis to the Devil. It's time to release yourself from those cords and walk away accordingly. What are you being held down with? And if this could resonate with you if you are a Leo that has any Earth, Capricorn, Virgo. Yeah, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. In your moon, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, so you have it somewhere very close. You're being guided to take the chains off of your neck and fight this devil that is on your back, okay? And you are the fourth zodiac sign that has gotten a major arcana. So far, it has been Taurus, it has been Cancer, it has been Gemini, and it has been you, Leo. And this one is for Virgo. We have third eye chakra, awareness. When we get a chakra card, Virgo, we affirm. I'm sorry you didn't see me shuffle that. I was shuffling out of the frame and it came out. So we are going to affirm. I am in touch with my inner guidance. I am wise. I am knowledgeable and intuitive. I trust my intuition. I am open to inspiration and bliss, and I am connected to the wisdom of the universe. Virgo, there is something very profound with your third eye chakra. It is very, very hard to open it, but you don't necessarily have to open your third eye chakra and be hardcore. You just need to increase your awareness. It could be that you have turned a blind eye to something, or that you have not trusted your intuition when spirit was otherwise telling you that that is what needed to happen. So this is your card in this full moon in Aries. We move on to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Libra, you got the card of Judgment. All right. This is our fifth zodiac sign with a major arcana. Judgment is here. Pluto is here. And it's interesting because Pluto is here. This moon is ruled by Mars. But we had some things that was going on with Pluto specifically to you if you are a Libra. So this is what we have. Go and listen to the podcast and read your horoscope this month. Judgment, the card of 20. The ruling planet is Pluto. Element is fire, awakening, decision making, redemption, reincarnation, renewal, and transition. All of these things can be a bit uncomfortable, but it is your season, lovely. So this is the time to bust out of this energy, because it is very, very clear that the darkest before the dawn is here. And once you go through this energy, you will emerge victorious. We move on to Scorpio. Scorpio rising, we do have miracles. All right, Scorpio, I believe that although this is the card and it says miracles, intuitively, and I believe this came out in your reading too. I want you to go and really take a look at this video that just came out for you, because I feel like miracles came out in your reading. There is something that you just don't believe in. There's something that is plaguing you. You don't believe in it. You will not lend a belief to that. It typically either pulls you into an uncomfortable situation, or you don't like the way it makes you feel. Although this is miracles, I'm feeling like this is a lack of faith that you have, but needless to say, miracles will happen. Maybe this is in reverse for you, where you're feeling like it will take a miracle for something to happen. And I want you to be positive and think and be faithful in this situation, and it will turn around. Okay. Thank you, Scorpio. We move on to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and we have grace. There is something in your energy, Sagittarius, that is calling to you to show grace. Now, you need to show grace to someone, and you need to, more importantly, show grace to yourself. I believe that the thing that is sticking out for you is that it doesn't align with the way you do things. It seems like you need to slow down And you may be even beating yourself up too much. There needs to be an energy of showing grace, and you will know what that means when you sit down and you think about it. But it has come to a head in this reading, and not to mention in this full moon in Aries. So whatever this is, please prepare yourself, because we're going to be going into eclipse season in 2 weeks. Eclipse season is upon us. So we'll see what happens for you then. Good luck with that, Sagittarius. We move on. Okay. We move on to Aquarius. No, Capricorn, right? Yeah, Capricorn. And Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Caps. Peace. I really said Aquarius, so this is going to resonate with you more if you're on the cusp of Cap and Aquarius. I really, really, really do feel like peace is what is being called upon. Not just peace in your surroundings, but peace in your mind. You're driving yourself nuts about something. And I'm being led to tell you that it's time to let it go. In this full moon, it could have reached a complete head and got completely out of control. But you're being guided, my darling, to let this go. It's time to let it go. All right, whatever this is. And once you begin that process, your peace will come. All right. Good luck with that, Capricorn. We move on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we have the World. All right, the World is the card of 21. Ruling planet is Saturn. The element is Earth. Achievement, fulfillment, possibilities, and successful conclusions. Aquarius. This is a beautiful card for you, and the world is there for you. What does 21 mean to you? I am looking at 21 as the number of this particular major arcana. What I want you to know is something major is happening. And I feel like there's a whole world out there for you if you would just release yourself from the shackles and go out there and get it. It's time to seize the world is what I am feeling. I don't want you to get caught up in where you are right now. I want you to look at those 2 words right there, successful conclusions. And if you believe in that, then the world is your oyster. Last but not least, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And we got Libra, Justice. So Pisces, a Libra is playing a significant role in your life. Justice is going to come to you. Ruling planet is Venus. Element is air. Balance and equilibrium. Cause and effect. Fairness, justice, and responsibility. Pisces, where you have been wrong, it is coming back around and things will be made right. And similarly, if I can speak, the other end, you're going to be bringing justice to someone that you've wronged, that you may have wronged in the past. And this situation is going to be balancing out. Where there has been an imbalance, there will now be balance. So you need to be mindful of that beautiful energy. There was a lot of you guys that got major arcana. Every single person that got a major arcana, I do believe that things will be happening because major brings major events. So that is what I see. Thank you so much for allowing me to get this up for you. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. I will see you guys in eclipse season. Get ready for that when we do it again. Bye, guys.